Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Zootopia. So I'm going to be honest, when I first saw that first little teaser trailer for this film, wasn't excited. I didn't really think it looked that funny or that great. But by the time we got around to that Sloth DMV trailer, I was fully hooked. I was excited, rearing and ready to go for Zootopia. Luckily, it lived up to my expectations tenfold. So the vocal talent here was fantastic. Jennifer Goodwin plays our little bunny protagonist, and she was perfect for the role. I thought she did fantastic. I also think that Jason Bateman was wonderful playing the fox. Idris Elba was great, J.K. Simmons, everybody who was in this movie just really delivered. The only one who didn't really match her animal I thought was Shakira. I thought she was fine in what she was doing and playing the pop star, but I don't know. The whole gazelle thing just didn't work for me. Her voice doesn't fit a gazelle creature, in my opinion. But really, the vocal cast was great, and the character design was also fantastic. These creatures were adorable, sometimes grotesque, sometimes scary, but they all definitely fit the character they were trying to come across. So I just thought everything was super well realized. And then we get to the world building, and it was just fantastic. I loved Zootopia itself. It was just so amazing to have the different districts and different boroughs and sections of the city. We had like the bunny boroughs, we had the rainforest district, Sahara Square, we had Tundra Town, and then of course we had like the main hub, the city, and within the city there was like a little rodent land and stuff. So it was the places where these animals would have to go to live because their body needs that kind of climate or that living condition. And then we had the main city where everyone came to work, or everyone just kind of transported their way in and interacted, mingled, New York City-esque. My only complaint there is I wish we had more time that we could spend in each of these different climates and these different neighborhoods, because they were just so amazing and the concept already was so fantastic that it would have been nice to see just how the animals live there, because we only get brief little stints here and there. We get sent around to different places. It just would have been even more amazing had we had more time to explore them. I also love the message and the story of this film. This is a crime drama. It's not just about a cute little bunny who wants to be a cop. That's kind of our entrance into this story. It's a crime drama. It's an investigation. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and it really does a great job at portraying that kind of crime drama. But I love the message of acceptance and not being racist, not judging people, not being prejudiced, putting all of that aside, just accepting people, or in this case animals, for who they are. Really, when you're working with a story all about different species of animals coming together to live in a big city, the subject matter is prime, begging for you to talk about race and different races co-mingling and coming together, but coexisting. And really, the lack of difference between even the prey and the predators in this case. And I just thought it was so well done. Maybe a little bit heavy-handed, but sometimes it needs to be. And I think in this case, it hits the right chords, it hits the right notes, and I loved that Disney went there. Plus, the script is just so good. It's fast, it's witty, it's funny, and I just thought the script was really well done. So I didn't really have that many problems with Zootopia, but one of them was that I was confused as to what universe this all was taking place in. We start off, they explain that the animals of Zootopia have evolved from the animals that we all see in our everyday life and in our world today. They learned how to, walk upright, they learned how to talk English, they learned how to just coexist with each other, but I just had to wonder, okay, is this a world where humans never existed? Did you just build all of these buildings yourselves as animals? Did you overtake humans in Earth? Is this like Planet of the Apes situation? What's the deal here? Were humans just never brought into the equation? I wondered that right from the beginning. It never really got touched on, which I guess is okay. It's only a minor gripe. I just would have liked to know. Also, we never really talk about what do these animals eat now. So I know that they've evolved, but they've evolved to what? Because clearly the bunnies are still growing, carrots and farming carrots, and their reproductive habits are still in place. All of the herbivores don't have this problem of, what do we eat then? But the carnivorous species were made to see, okay, they're not like that anymore. They can be friends with the bunny or whatever. But what do they eat? I need to know. I see them eating, popsicles or ice cream or stuff like that, but it's really just like, what took place of meat in their diet? Because they wouldn't be that big. It didn't make sense really, and they never, again, accounted for that. They never discussed it. They just completely steered clear of how do these animals sustain themselves. And it's really just like those little quirky things that I think keep Zootopia from being perfection. Like all these animals still have no thumbs, or they don't have the proper way to grab things. So how do they operate? Or are they, required not to drive? So elephants, I'm sorry. Horses, all of y'all with them hooves, you ain't gonna get behind the wheel of a car. But everybody else, you might be okay. What's the deal there? And also, I personally didn't think this, but there were several parents who left our screening saying this was way too scary. And they didn't think it really was for kids. It was too dark for children. And I didn't really think there were scary parts, but then again, I'm not a kid. I don't have children, so I don't really view movies through that scope. So maybe just something to be aware of, that parents were worried that their kids were a little bit scared. But really, I loved Zootopia. I thought it was really well executed. The characters are instantly lovable, instantly relatable. The message is a wonderful message for this day and age, especially with everything going on about race recently. This is the kind of movie that children need to see, the message that they need to be told, and I'm really glad that Disney took the initiative to go ahead and do this film. So, I say take your kids, even if you don't have kids, go on into that movie theater, see this, it's worth a full price ticket. I really loved Zootopia. So, that has been my review of Zootopia. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Zootopia? And what is your favorite talking animal movie? Let me know either in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!